Thank you all very much for that panel. That was really, really interesting and really insightful. We've just got one more speaker today, and it's Michael Bell from the Department for Education, who's going to come and say a few words. Michael.
Thanks for putting us on after that, Will. Yes, hello everyone. So yes, I'm Michael Bell. I'm the policy lead for safeguarding in schools for the Department for Education. Thanks to Will, Hannah and others at the UK Safer Internet Day for the invite to come and speak today and for putting on such a fantastic event. Originally, we hoped the Minister, Edward Timpson, who's the Minister of State for Vulnerable Children and Families, would speak today. He's a big supporter of the day, and he has spoken at previous days, but unfortunately urgent parliamentary business has kept him away today, so I'm the substitute for the Minister, which I know will be a disappointment, as it's never as exciting to get a boring civil servant as a government minister, but there you go. But just on behalf of the Minister, I know he's one of the ministers who co-chairs the UK Council for Child Internet Safety. So the internet, making it a safe and better place, are very high on his list of priorities. Some of you may have seen an article he's written today. It's on the Huffington Post, I know, and it should be available on some other online outlets as well in support of the day. And I know colleagues from the DFE press office have also been tweeting throughout the day in support. I think I'd really just like to sort of reiterate what Baroness Shields said a couple of hours ago, what Will said earlier in his introduction. I think the internet is a fantastic place. It offers great opportunities. It's fun. We've heard from the young people all of the things that you can do online in terms of emojis, videos, filters, Facebook, sharing pictures, sharing videos, all of that type of thing, which is great. And we'd never want to take away from that message. It's a positive message. And I think it's the main message with regards to the internet. But unfortunately, I think it's fair to say if the internet was perfect, we wouldn't need to have Safer Internet Day. So it is really important that we have days like today, and the likes of the UK Safer Internet Centre and others are there promoting a Safer Internet Day and more generally a safer internet. I think the young people in the room today have a real opportunity to shape the internet through their behaviours and their positive attitudes, and it was great listening to the young people who were part of the panel and speaking earlier with, in general, very positive attitudes about the internet and having the scepticism in the right place for certain things in terms of images and photos and things like that. Looking around at the images and the photos upstairs, the images around looking outside the frame, seeing is not always believing, being me, and the personal information clues. It's clear there's a great deal of time and effort have gone into those images, and hopefully they've generated a great deal of discussion between the young people about images and the power of the image and how they can be positives and negatives and how they can be manipulated at times and why it's sometimes wise to be critical and sceptical of some of the things that you see on the internet. I think just reiterating another message from Baroness Shields earlier today, I think one of the key messages is if you see something wrong on the internet, report it. Don't be afraid to speak up. Most of the major sites have report buttons. Click on them, report anything if it feels wrong, if it looks wrong, report it. Talk to somebody if you're uncomfortable with something you've seen on the internet, if it's photos, videos, comments, messages. Talk to your parents, your carers, your teachers or another trusted adult. Don't suffer in silence and don't be afraid to raise anything inappropriate that you see on the internet. So I think for me, just to say thank you to everyone involved in organising the event, in being at the event, but especially the young people. It is terrifying to stand on a stage like this in front of a lot of people, in front of the lights. And I think the panel and the group of young people before them were absolutely excellent and inspiring. So thank you very much. And I'll pass everything on that I've seen today to the Minister so he's aware of everything that's gone on. In terms of the Department for Education, we are committed to continue working with our partners, the likes of the UK Council for Child Internet Safety, the UK Safer Internet Centre, Internet Matters, who were mentioned earlier, the likes of CEOP and the NSPCC. I think everyone has a role to play in making the internet a safer place, and I think if government, working with charities, working with industry, working with the sector, working with young people, schools, colleges, making sure the voice of the young person is heard in all of this, I think if we all unite and do that together, we've got a lot more chance in making the internet safer. So yeah, just to finish off, I'm sure that if everyone works together, we can all be the change and we can unite for a better internet. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. What a great substitute. Very good. Coming in, filling big shoes. Thanks very much. I'm going to close the event now and just say a few final words. Final words of thanks to BT for having us here. Thank you to you all for coming and getting behind and supporting the day. We're hoping to measure the reach and the impact of the day again this year, and we're keen to share that information out to you. Because we think that's really, I think, motivating and rewarding, and hopefully, as we look ahead even to next year, and we already have a date for next year, just so you know, 6th of February, you can get that in your diary. As we look ahead to next year, I hope that will be really significant and motivating to all of us. I want to say thank you to the UK SIC team, who have done an amazing job in organising this whole event and the whole day, and for the big national reach, for those who are here but also those who are scattered across the UK involved with other events. But I particularly, no surprise, want to say thank you very much to the young people who have been enormously helpful during this event, for the photos, for the photo exhibition, for the presentations and for the panel. I think all of us will go away today and really reflect upon what we've heard, because you've said some quite important and inspiring things. So thank you all very much. If you can have another round of applause for all the young people today.